Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Bravely Default. Last time, we confronted Victor and Victoria and Lester de Rosso, and we learned some new information about all three of them. In terms of Victor and Victoria, we got a little bit more information about Victoria's origins and how much she hates the Orthodoxy, and Edea especially. And for De Rosso, well, let's be honest here, he very quickly figured out we are not of this world, and we got confirmation of how exactly the Eternian forces were able to reclaim Eternia, and Lester de Rosso confirmed that the Angel does have an extremely striking resemblance to Agnes, which just increases the amount of suspicion we have for what exactly is going on. If she has a twin, if it's the same person, maybe a relative, who knows. But today, we're going to be awakening the final remaining crystals as we've completed every other sub-scenario we can. And I think today we're going to be going a teeny bit out of order, and let's go ahead and start today with the Temple of Earth. Remember, the Gigas Lich, which obviously, of course, we're going to have to fight again, is undead and is focused mostly on doing earth damage. So prepare for both of those abilities. He also has the ability to instant kill your teams, so if you need to prepare for that, go ahead and do that. One small thing to note about this, especially for this playthrough. The first time around with Gigas Lich, I did not give him much of a chance to fight back. This time around, though, we'll go ahead and see his fight to the end. Legitimately, that is. So, because of that, I'm going to be equipping Spiritism as Ringabel's sub-job to give him access to some elemental buffs that might help us out here. But that's the only main piece of preparation I need, so let's head inside. Actually, hang on. Forgot about Narinda Village. Hang on, Hill Parts Shop, level 10. Woo! That death resistance up actually might come in handy. For getting the Hill Parts Shop up to level 10, the bonus equipment that'll be available is the Labrys. We won't worry about that just yet, of course. And, you know, we still have 3 level 9 shops. I think let's go ahead and level up the armor shop to level 10 and get the Hike armor. This will only take us 30 minutes. So, you know, since we got that special, let's see here. It'll be Agnes that'll have it. And let's give her, it gives her Cure KO with Rejuvenation. Let's give her Death Resistance up with Lux, just in case we end up utilizing it. Cool. Alright. Now let's go forward.
Look! This crystal has also reverted. Should we perform the Rite of Awakening? I think so.
Wait, something lurks nearby.
That's Gigas Lich! The propagator of doom! Another creature back from destruction!
Here they come!
Welcome back, Gigas Lich. This time you'll actually have a chance to fight back. In terms of the logistics of this encounter, he hasn't changed very much, but obviously we didn't really get to see much of what he did first time around, so this will kind of be our first real look at what he can do. So let's go ahead and just let's use Tiz to lower Gigas Lich's magical attack, as he does have access to Quake-based abilities. And since I'm not going to be utilizing accessories to mitigate that damage, we're gonna have to deal with this some other way. What I am gonna do though is have Edea default. Agnes, we're gonna set up haste to get ourselves faster, and then Ringabel. We have access to a lot of Spiritism abilities. We haven't really used much of this before. And honestly, the main idea that I want to do is reduce elemental damage to allies for 4 turns. Greater Spirit Ward. We're just gonna pop this bad boy on in a few turns, but for right now, we're going to utilize Curse to get him a bit lower on his attack power. There's Quagga, 1500 damage. Yeah, it hurts, but the debuff will really help there. He now has access to his negative power, which will constantly increase his physical and magical attack power. So we have to be constantly debuffing him to make sure that he doesn't get out of hand very, very quickly, because he very much can. So we're going to default. Then Agnes, we're going to have her utilize Re-Raise. And then Ringabel, we're going to heal everyone up with White Wind. There we go. I want to try and get a turn where I can just default with my supports so that they don't have to worry about their stats, but unfortunately we're not in a good spot for that. We're going to lower his magical attack again, just to make sure that he doesn't have a positive boost on that attack power. Then Idia, we're going to put Firaga on her weapon. She doesn't have access to his main weakness, which is light, but that's okay. Agnes, I think I'm going to utilize Shell, and then I'm going to have Ring a Bell default. Just for, the Shell will be useful for turns before we have access to our Greater Spirit Ward. Slam is a physical attack, which he now has a power boost in, only by 5%, but that's still something. So I'll have Tiz lower it again. And then Idia, we're going to have her defaults. Agnes, we're going to have her heal, actually. I want to get Ring a Bell's BP up as much as possible, so whenever I do utilize his abilities, it won't be at the detriment of his own BP. There's his negative power. We'll just lower his magical attack. We're going to keep that kind of in a cycle. And then Idia, we're going to prep some stuff. We're going to do Breaking Wave, and then we're going to have Agnes prep a Quick to make her Idia's future damage much stronger. And then Ring a Bell, we're going to do Greater Spirit Ward to minimize Quake damage. There we go. Now, look at all of the buffs we have on our team. Like, it's full. It's crazy. It's really cool to see all that stuff go off. Alright, 3,000 damage. She doesn't have any special move parts that'll increase her damage to death, but I didn't really think it'd be that necessary. Negative power. We're now going to have Tiz lower physical defense. Where are you? We're gonna have Idia attack once. We're gonna have Agnes do another Quick. We're losing out on our haste buff, but it's fine. We still outspeed him. And then we're gonna do Curse to lower his stats even further. Curse, Death, missed on Ring a Bell. Nice. There's the max damage. And then Tiz, we're gonna go ahead and have him free lunch for next turn. Idia, go on the offense. Get that damage boost on the weakness. And then Agnes, we're going to have her haste everyone up again. And then Ring a Bell, we're going to have him default. Haste. Get some good damage there. It should be nearly done. Yeah. So that's kind of how this fight will go if you do it legitimately. It's still a bit of a trial there, but I mean honestly, none of the crystal bosses are really that big of threats. So just be careful with his instant kill abilities and debuffs. Manage his negative power so his damage doesn't go crazy. And yeah, you'll be done with him in no time.
Hurry up and awaken the crystal before we are beset by more beasts! Of course. I'm ready, Eri. I'm sure you have the hang of it, but if there's anything you'd like to go over again, just ask. Time to get started, Agnes. Are you ready?
Yes. Let us begin.
Not yet! Just a little longer! More! Keep going! Still not enough! You can do this! Stop! That's it! You did it! You awakened the crystal! Well done, Agnes!
Have you checked your brooch, Eri?
Yes, the Earth crest is lit.
Phew. Good.
Are you okay, Agnes?
Yes, I am used to it now. I need a short rest, but then we should head to the next temple.
Okay.
Unfathomable. Sage sure gave us a lot to think about. The dangers of the crystals and the harrowing. The harrowing. To think he has studied it for 1,800 years and is still in the dark about what it is. I can't help thinking that the harrowing is what we're going through right now. You mean right here in this strange world where time seems to have rewound? Do you think this strange world bears some relation to whatever causes the Great Chasm? Well, who can know? Just like none can fathom the ways of a woman's heart. At least that pursuit, while it's just as pointless, is more enjoyable. Well, that is true. We don't... Despite having wise sages and vampires who have lived for thousands of years, we still have no real clue of what's going on, which is unfortunate. In regards to awakening the crystal, Agnes, darkness doesn't wait for no one, neither does your rest. We're heading straight to the fire crystal. I'll see you there. Just as a quick note, the Mithril Mines is entirely empty. No Canary Boys or Black Blades to speak of. Goodman was right. There is no force right now in the current war that has the Mithril Mines under their control. Allows us to just very quickly head into the underflow and straight to the Fire Temple. Here at the Fire Temple, I have decided to keep Spiritism on Ringabel for right now. I didn't really get any good use out of it in the Gigas Lich fight that I was hoping for, and just so it actually gets a chance to shine, I will go ahead and keep it around. In terms of everyone else, nothing has changed. Thankfully, Chalgmar has his own weakness, so I don't need to worry about compounding a weakness for him. So, let's go ahead and save up and head inside.
Look!
This crystal has also reverted.
Should we perform the Rite of Awakening?
I think so.
Wait, something lurks nearby.
That's Chogmar! The Mark of Doom! Another creature back from destruction!
Here they come!
Welcome back, Chalgmar. Yes, it still has its shield, regrettably. Again, it utilizes its turns in a very interesting way. It's not very dangerous whenever it's in its shield, mostly utilizing HP or BP drain or MP drain. But again, once it drops its shield, it'll utilize its very powerful attack, Energy Burst, which if you haven't gotten it with a vampire, this is a good place to get it as well. And that is a very powerful physical attack. So we're just gonna heal up, prep for that. Soul Suck on Agnes, man? Aw, she needs that MP. It's kind of important. Unfortunately, wailing into Chogmar is a little difficult at the beginning, so we're going to prep very lightly, and hopefully we don't have any issues. Now, I do have an idea of what I want to do. No, don't Quagga. I reread that. Quick, there we go. I'm gonna prep a bunch of buffs in preparation for some funny stuff going on. We're gonna quick, and then I'm gonna have Ringabel default. I want him to have as much BP as possible because I'm gonna show off probably the most iconic Spirit Master ability in the game. But for right now, though, we're gonna go ahead and default a little bit more. We're gonna do another quick, and then I'm gonna have Ringabel actually curse Chalgmar. There we go. Curse. Go get his stats down. He has not dropped his shield yet, so we're gonna have to play a little safe. Default again. Transform. And now, we Stillness. Nullify damage for enemies and allies for 2 turns. Stillness. Here comes its Energy Burst, and it does 0 damage. Literally nothing. It is very, very powerful, as it can just mitigate your damage. Now, it also means that you can't deal damage to him, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna haste up, and we're going to have Ringabel heal everyone up with his White Wind, just to top everyone else off. And then we're gonna go on the offense here. Heartsuck doesn't do anything either. So, here we go. He's honestly not worth much of my trouble. So we're just gonna prep some Ant Strikes. We're just going to attack with Edea. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We're going to curse with Ringabel, and hopefully he goes first. Yep, alright, cool. GG, Chogmar. man, he lived? Okay, never mind. I guess the quick wore off, that's why. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, you've seen everything that has to, everything this encounter has, so I'll see you at the end of the fight. And there we go. Chalgmar is still not really that big of a threat, especially if you have stillness. If not, just pump a bunch of protect buffs into you and lower his physical attack as much as possible, and then default whenever he transforms. It won't do that much damage to you. If you need anything extra, Default Guard will really help, and that's from the Templar. It's pretty low level as well. Other than that, we get a Reflect Ring for our trouble, not Ling. There we go.
Hurry up and awaken the crystal before we are beset by more beasts!
Of course. I'm ready, Eri.
I'm sure you have the hang of it, but if there's time to get started, Agnes. Are you ready?
Yes. Let us begin.
Not yet! Just a little longer! More! Keep going! Still not enough! You can do this! Stop! That's it! You did it! You awakened the crystal! That's all 4 of them now!
What is this light? The holy pillar?
It must be! Let us head there again, Agnes! This time, we must ensure we seal the Great Chasm and cleanse evil from the world!
Yes, I know. We cannot fail again.
How many crystals does that make now? 8? Man, we've seen this light 8 times. That's crazy. It shouldn't need to be this way, but that's okay. There are still a few things we need to check on, though, before we head to the Holy Pillar. So, I will see you back at Grand Ship. So, here in Grand Ship, I'm going to be doing a quick restock of my items, as I've used a few of them. We'll just get like 15 total Phoenix Downs, get a few more Teleport Stones. We've got a lot of excess cash, and I just want to go ahead and patch up ourselves a little bit. We're going to purchase some items from the Adventurer here. Good old Adventurer buddy. Nothing too crazy. Dragon Fangs, man, they're 5,000 Peeg. They're very powerful, but they're 5,000 Peeg. A lot of money. Let's see here. Okay, I think that was pretty much everything I wanted to do. There is one last thing I want to take care of, though. If you remember, we had to complete the Fire Crystal in order to obtain the Kami Izumi quest. Now, for people who are going to be utilizing this as a guide, I would highly recommend that you complete all of the crystals here in Chapter 5 before confronting Kami Izumi. If you're following along, you've already done that. Good for you. If you were just kind of skipping through, make sure you can finish all of the crystals before this point. And go watch my episode with Brave and Mauser and complete the steps in there before completing everything here. But if you've followed everything here, let's go say hi to Kami Izumi and see if we can either talk sense into him or put him out of his misery. Though, of course, don't forget there's a save point here if you need it. I don't. And let's head inside. As a quick note, this segment is a very important side quest. There is a lot of hidden criteria that you need to meet in order to do what I am about to do. And talking to Mauser the Gossiper, defeating Brave, all of that is very important for getting certain cutscenes that will allow for future events to happen. If you have done everything, if you've been following this playthrough, and you have done everything in terms of quest-related in this specific order that I have done, you will get a few cutscenes here that will guarantee that you have done everything correctly. So, let's go up these stairs. And once we enter in this area with Kami Izumi, it will trigger a special cutscene. But of course, save up. I put salve making back on Ring-a-Bell as his sub-job. Nothing else has changed. Let's head inside.
So the fire crystal has been awakened. It has all been in vain. The war we started in this realm, the deaths of both ally and foe, and the demise of the Fire Vestal. Do you not think so? You who resemble a disciple I once favored.
Master?
I hear you defeated Brave, your father.
Yes.
So you could not have faith in his words. Your mother must have been saddened.
She knew the whole story and urged me to follow my heart.
I see. That does sound like your mother.
Did you do all this for my mother, Master?
What do you mean by that?
I know the whole thing. That you and my father dueled many years ago over Mother. That you answered Father's call to arms and seized the Earth Crystal. To save Mother after giving birth to me left her body broken. Despite your pride in the way of the sword. You even started a war in the guise of a mercenary. And ordered the use of assassination and toxic weapons. All this for my mother. Is that the case even now?
You fool! Do you not see that your words demean both you and your mother?
But...
I took up arms for the Templar, a close friend, and the husband of one I once loved. Though he may lie defeated, with the ideals he held fading fast, I will fight to defeat any foe of his. Even you, Brave's daughter, and my favored disciple.
Master!
Draw steel, Adia.
That information we could not have learned unless we talked to Mazur and the Gossiper. Your cutscene would have been very different if you had not had that information. Though it seems like our information may be a little misplaced and Idia seems to be jumping the gun a little bit. Kamizumi does not seem very happy about this information. So, unfortunately, we can't really talk anything out of him. Let's go ahead and just heal up and prep to take him down. In terms of what Kamizumi does, he isn't all that different. He's going to be fishing for his counters. And once you hit one of his counters, he will then Brave constantly, putting himself into the negative, trying to finish you off. Pretty much what this becomes is that you need someone who is fairly bulky and defensive to take a counter hit, which is going to be Tiz in this case. First thing he's going to do is I am going to wait for a curse, first and foremost, to lower his physical attack. Then we're also going to increase our defenses with Protect, and then we're going to curse Kamizumi, and then we're going to be fishing for some counters, just to make sure that we aren't going to be taking too much damage. That crit might have killed Idia right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to Brave, and we're going to do Know Thine Enemy. We're going to have a Sword Master battle here, dude. Counter versus counter. And then we're going to have Idia prep her abilities. And we're going to have Anya's. I think what we'll have her do is we'll have her increase everyone's defenses again. Because once Kamizumi goes full out, it might be a little difficult to survive if we don't have everyone fully healed. We're going to have Ring-a-Bell heal everyone up with White Wind. Hopefully. Okay, Nothing Ventured. Good, it's the right one too. Alright, he's going to hit. Nothing Ventured. That's fine. Our counter didn't go off, unfortunately. We lost the counter battle, but now he's going to go fully on the offense. We're going to have everyone default except for Ring-a-Bell, whom I'm going to have just compound a quick heal for Tiz. Nothing too crazy. Maybe just a quarter elixir seems fine. Now that enemy. Oh no, he's going to defend it a little bit more. Let's see if we can keep him in a cycle then. I want him to go on the offense before Swine. Okay. There we go. Unfortunately, before Swine is magical, So we have to play around this a little bit. Let's just re-up our sword magic. Agnes is going to reapply haste, and then just reapply 1 protect. That'll get our defenses back up. And then I'll have her default. Just end her turn, actually. And then we'll have Ring About default. Get his BP up. Thundaga, come on. It's only 1 though. Come on. I'm so paranoid of fighting him without Kamizumi being in the negative. Don't want to heal Kamizumi. And then we'll just default right now. Another enemy. Okay. Come on, get the counter. Nope. Okay. Fine. All right, whatever, Kamizumi. You do you, buddy. We're gonna have Idia go on the offense then. We're gonna have her set up a Moon Shadow, and then we're gonna have her attack. We're gonna have Agnes re-up our haste, and then I'll have her re-up protect next turn. I'm gonna have Ringabel concoct a weakness to lightning for Kamizumi. Nothing ventured. There we go. There's nothing ventured right there. We don't have to worry about the counter on Idia, which is really nice. We're gonna hit him pretty hard here. There we go, weak point. And then I need to apply a quick next turn as well. Oh, nothing ventured. Procced. Great. Which, honestly, that's okay. We got some extra damage out. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna have Agnes raise, and then we'll have her just protect. And then we'll have Ringabel default for right now. Okay, there's his Fully Brave. Don't hit Idia, please. Okay, cool. Alright, now he's fully weakened. So we're going to free lunch. We're going to special on him. We're going to do Breaking Wave. And then we'll do Amp Strike. And then we're going to have Idia prep her Thundaga. We're going to have Agnes do a quick. And then Ringabel, we're going to curse. And we're just going to curse and heal for right now. And here we go. Try to get this his as soon as possible so we continue our buffs. There's a heal, there's our free lunch, there's our attack. Cool. Look at all those buffs. Crazy. We'll get a good crit buff and a good damage buff here. Max damage. Kamizumi won't know what hit him next turn. Amp Strike. There we go. Alright. Let's just go fully on the offense. I don't think Kamizumi is going to survive this blow of attacks. Lightning Weak is still available. Idia is free to go on the offense. We're going to do another quick, though. And then hopefully we can just chill. And Tisk really cleaned up here. It was honestly mostly just him. Maximum JP, of course. Kamizumi, as I stated during the encounter, just play around, wait for him to start braving fully, and then finish him off before he gets the chance to retaliate. We got a Masamune for our troubles, but that'll be, what, our 3rd one? Wow, okay.
Master! Tell me, Master. Do you still love her? Master.
That cutscene is very, very important. Unfortunately, we don't get to hear his answer, but that cutscene right there is called Do You Still Love Her? That is very important for something that you can do later on, and I just wanted to make sure that we got that cutscene. It can only be obtained if you have followed my pathing from the Eternian arc onwards very closely. So, we're done here in Starkfort, but this has left a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. I think we should go and talk to Mazur one last time before we go and wrap up our time here in Chapter 5. So, I'll see you back at Eternia.
Hello, Mother?
What is it, child? You look troubled.
Oh, it's just... I've heard some things. About when Father and my master were young.
I see. I thought those rumors long buried.
Is it true what they say? That Father and my master dueled over you?
No, that is not the case. They're both poor with words. They merely let their blades do the talking.
For 3 days and nights?
I suppose it can't be helped that people thought it was a duel.
They said my master went to confess his love for you after he won.
They have that wrong too. I still remember the day he came to my village like it was yesterday. He walked up to my house and said, "You must marry the Templar." He let me win, the scoundrel. Oh, he looked furious. "You only have eyes for the Templar. It must be you who tells that stubborn fool."
Then, your heart was father's from the beginning?
Yes. I had been infatuated with him since we were children. Soon after Sir Kami Izumi left the village, your father came. Then, he told me of his love. Ah, it was a joyous day. He and I were betrothed, and I moved to the city of Eternia. Sir Kami Izumi had already left on a journey to master the art of the sword. Oh, that upset your father greatly. He hoped for his blessing more than any others.
I have struck him down, Mother. Master. And Father, too.
Yes, I had heard about Sir Kami Izumi. Your father's blood courses through your veins, and much of Sir Kami Izumi has rubbed off on you. Like them, you settle your problems with the blade. That is something you can likely never change. But remember, it is thanks to your master that we survived the Great Plague. We would not be here if not for him. I am alive today only because Sir Kami Izumi stood by your father when he needed aid. The same Kami Izumi who instilled the way of the sword within you. You must always be grateful for the gifts he has given you, now and forevermore.
I know, Mother.
And thus the truth comes to light of what truly happened. And it honestly makes it very understandable why Kami Izumi enraged at us. He was mad that we misunderstood his motives. And it's a truly heartwarming story, now that we have the full picture. The love of 3 individuals culminated into one beautiful character that I endear a lot of love to. She's one of my favorite characters in any video game. So, with that all done, with the crystals awakened, with the Holy Pillar rising up from the waters, with every single sub-scenario completed here once again, I think next time on Bravely Default, we are going to be wrapping up some extra stuff, checking out some more genome abilities, seeing one final summon we have yet to obtain, and then afterwards, I think we'll head towards the Holy Pillar, and hopefully, we can finish out what we've started all the way back in Chapter 1. So, with all that said, I'll see you soon.